The steward with the fishing net is on the second boat at the opposite marker from the handler's boat. On the judge's signal, the dog will be sent to retrieve the fishing net. When the dog reaches the steward's boat, the steward directs the dog to take the floating line end of the fishing net in its mouth. When the dog is turned and is facing in the direction of the handler will toss the dummy as a distraction. The dummy will be tossed in a triangular pattern approximately halfway between the two boats so that the dummy lands at least 25 feet from the stern of each boat, either towards shore or away from shore, as determined by the judge during the briefing. The dog will continue to deliver the fishing net to the handler. Once the handler has taken delivery of the fishing net, the handler drops the end of the line back into the water and the steward immediately retracts the fishing net line. The dog will be directed to retrieve the dummy. The dog will remain in the water until the dummy has been delivered to hand.
Ready? Send your dog.
The net shall be on the platform of the steward's boat at the start of the exercise. The steward may not touch the net until the dog has reached the halfway mark, at which point the steward may move the floating line into position for the dog to take delivery. The substitute steward may not physically signal or talk to the dog before it reaches the halfway mark. The dummy must be tossed after the dog has taken the net in its mouth and is facing the handler, but before the dog has reached the halfway mark back to the handler boat with the net, so that the dog can see the dummy land in the water. If the handler fails to toss the dummy before the dog reaches the halfway point, it will be an automatic failure. If the dog releases the floating line into the net, the substitute steward may reel the net in partway to prevent the dog from getting tangled in the underwater net. If the dog touches the dummy before the net is delivered to the handler, it will be an automatic failure, and the substitute steward should reel the net back into the boat and the exercise may not continue. If the dog goes to shore at any time during this exercise, it shall fail the exercise.
Exercise finished.